Right then, let's get this show on the road, as I say. Right, nothing else left in the house but your own piss. Well, you know, I'm getting old, but no, I've actually got a vodka Red Bull, so which is probably about the same as actually having your own piss, to be honest, to some people. But to me, it's yeah, just a cheeky little drink. Right, I tried to do a stream last night, and it turned out to be absolute crap. So hopefully, guys, the video quality is looking okay, and you can hear my voice. I don't know if any of you guys can let me know what the video quality is like, and whether or not you can hear my awesome dulcet tones. In fact, just before we start doing this, oh, okay. Thank you very much for that confirmation. That saves me going to YouTube and trying to do a little bit of a playback. So, right. Oh, live streaming, eh? I can't really believe why I haven't done this before. After last night's attempt at doing live streaming, I can understand why. I must have tried it before and it just went wrong. So, and I didn't persevere with it. But I had another go at it today, and I've used a different capture card, and I'm doing a direct feed now. Wow, I say direct feed. I should have actually had another camera in here. I've got my webcam. I could actually show you guys what I've done, but I've effectively got my PC Engine hooked up to my Sony BVM monitor. I stuck a different type of capture card into my PC, which I haven't had in there for some time. I used to use it many years ago when I was doing some processing, some video processing YouTube videos. And it's one of these, I haven't got the box anymore, StarTech I think the company is, excuse me, and it actually accepts and processes properly a 240p image, which not many of them do. So anyway, I've got the PC Engine wired up to the BVM, and then I'm using the loop through facility on the BVM to go straight to the capture card. So of course I can play on my CRT. It doesn't actually look that bad on the preview on the software that I'm using, which is Streamlabs OBS. It doesn't seem to be that far behind, to be fair. But anyway, so yeah, that's the boring technical crap over with, and it looks like it's working a lot better than what it was last night. I was trying to do a direct stream last night off of my my video camera straight to a different capture card on my PC, because I actually do prefer the look of capturing a CRT if you can get the quality right, but the quality was absolutely awful. It looked terrible. Don't know why. I think it was encoding that that YouTube were using, so yeah, it didn't work out very well. A bit more game volume maybe. Well, right, the problem is, what I haven't got at the moment, I could have a play with this, but it's going to go bad. Now, okay, let me just try something first. God, this is going to go real awfully bad, isn't it? Desktop audio. What's that going to do? Done? No, that's done nada, so I can't do that. Properties, video. Ooh, no, that's video capture device. I don't want to do anything with that, do I? Yeah, the problem is, mate, to do with actually getting the audio from the game itself. And there must be a way where I can mix both the audio from the game and also my mic input as well, but I don't know how to do that. I need to mess around with that further, and I don't want to knack that up. So basically the audio volume that you're hearing from the game now is whatever my mic is picking up from the game. So unless I turn it right up or turn it up louder, right, so you should be able to hear it a bit better now once it starts playing. But yeah, I need to sort that out, so at least I can mix both my voice and the actual gameplay. Right, is there a way to capture camps without being a ball ache? It's not too bad actually with cabs, to be fair, because I normally just set up the video camera just in front of the cab, but then you have to get the positioning right on the video camera, as it looks a bit weird. I could do the same actually. I could hook up, it is possible for me potentially to hook my cab up to my PC and capture it via that, but it's going to be such a ball ache to do it. I'll have cables everywhere and my cabs are next door, so that would be a bit of a ball ache. But like I said, I actually do prefer the look of capturing off a really good quality video camera. A CRT, so you get you can get a real good quality picture. And when you capture stuff off capture cards, it just looks. I don't think the quality of this capture looks great compared to what I can get on a video camera, but I can't stream that. I have to pre-record it, so that's the way it is. Right, so let's have a bash at this. I need to do a proper video on this actually. Superstar Soldier. Absolutely love this game. Sort of very similar to Gunhead. Normal game. 2 minutes. Oh, okay, so you go for the old full carnival hoof or time game. Right, we'll just go for normal game. Ooh. Yeah, that's probably the worst shot out of that lot, isn't it, the red one? I hate it. I don't know even what I've gone for it. Here we go. Better. Here's better. Ooh. Thing of beauty. So I take it you guys aren't watching the football then. I thought I was taking a bit of a risk doing this stream now. I thought if it goes really, really wrong, no one's going to be watching it because everyone's going to be watching football. But I'm not really into football, if I'm being honest. Well, I'm certainly not into watching England play football. Ooh! Okay, let's try the old... Oh, that don't work, does it, on the old... Ah, no, because I've got auto fire on and it's... That'll teach me to cheat, won't it, to have auto fire on. So yeah, if you're on YouTube when England's playing, either you've got a brain, you're intelligent, or you just don't like football. So which one is it, guys? Easy. I think this joypad needs cleaning. It seems a bit spongy to me. I was going to put the joystick back on, but after the ear bashing I had over how clicky it was on the previous video. Come on. It's taking a bit long, this is. Oof. I need to be speaking a bit more, don't I? I'm being really ignorant here, but as most of you guys will know, I do struggle to play even crap when I'm speaking, let alone like any good. God, got my hands hurting. I'm getting too old for this, guys. No, England are toffee. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. I mean, I love England, don't get me wrong, but the football team's absolute gash. Oh, that ain't, oh God. This ain't gonna go down too well. Ah, yeah, that didn't work out right, did it? What? I think I need to play this game a bit more, don't I? Oh, come on! Oh, brilliant. That was full retardation, that was, wasn't it, guys? Oh. This is why I don't do many gameplay videos. And this is definitely why I'm more of a collector than I am an avid gamer. I mean, I'm getting on a bit now, so, you know, my reactions aren't as, are even worse than what they used to be. Right, it's not going to happen. This isn't going to last much longer. I think I need to swap the game out for someone else. Gee. How inconsiderate of the game, it's just giving me another extra life. That's poor. So what, guys, I've got an absolute cracking headache. I don't even know why I've had that drink for, but I just thought it would be nice to do some streaming and have an alcoholic beverage, an alcoholic beverage at the same time. Kind of. Ugh. I'm going to go through that again, am I? Didn't a 37-year-old win one of the recent Street Fighter tournaments? You're 37, mate. That's a kid. I'm 47. I wake up every single morning just checking I've still got my legs and my arms, and if I have, it's a bonus. Being alive every day is a bonus for me. Ah, what? That's a shame. Game over. Right, let's have a quick catch up on the comments. Right, which console would you recommend to change the caps before they might leak? All of them. Not sure actually. Which consoles would you recommend to change the caps before they might leak? I'll tell you what, let's think about this, the only consoles predominantly that I've had to recap have been PC Engine consoles. I don't, oh, okay, PC Engine console, what else? Things like Game Gear, that had to be recapped. They're pretty notorious. What game cards I've got here? I've got access to hand. Yeah, I haven't really done a lot of recapping, I don't think. No, majority of it has been PC Engine stuff. That has been quite bad for me, PC Engine hardware. I haven't really had problems with anything else. Like I said, apart from the Game Gear, I definitely had to recap that because that was really bad. So yeah. OG Xbox. What, for recapping? No, I never had a problem with the original Xbox. I had to take a cap off it and just rip it out because they tend to leak. Or there's one cap on it that tends to leak, just rip it off, don't even bother replacing it, ditch it. Yeah, God, no joystick. Yeah, well, I've got the joystick there. It's just staring at me. And, yeah, I don't know what it is about this pad. It seems a bit spongy, but I'll, might need contacts cleaning up on it. Yeah, did PC Engine have a joystick? You're joking, aren't you, kid? Yeah, I've actually, the joystick I've got is a good joystick, but the best one is the Microsoft one. It's got a weird dialy turny thing on the button, so you can actually change the orientation of the fire buttons. The one I've got is, it's a Hori Fighting Stick Multi, so it will work with, if you've got the right leads. Unfortunately I haven't. It will work with the Super Nintendo. I think it'll work with the Super Nintendo. I think it's the Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, excuse me, the PC Engine. There's 3 different leads you can get with it. I've only got the PC Engine lead for it, so I can't use it on the Mega Drive, but I did build or convert a joystick to work on the Mega Drive, so I got around that. And I've also got a joystick anyway for the Super Nintendo, but to be honest, the Super Nintendo, the pads are just awesome anyway. You don't really need a joystick for Super Nintendo. Mate, you just need to work on those joypad muscles. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm dwindling away. I'm wasting away here. Old age again. Decomposing day by day. Yeah, that's it. The clock cap on the Xbox. Just rip it out. I was actually watching a video the other day on that, and I thought, have I changed mine? And I thought, I do remember thinking about it. Well, not change it, but actually take it off. I do remember thinking about it, and I thought, oh, sorry, I've got 15, 20 minutes, so I'm not doing anything. I'll just rip it apart, and I'll take the cap off. And lo and behold, I'd actually labelled on the bottom of the console when I changed the cap, or when I removed the cap, and I think it was 2014. So that saved me a job. I don't know why I didn't remember that I'd done that, but again, that's been senile, isn't it? Old age. Yeah, Duo R's are okay. Yeah, definitely. They are not known to have cap issues. I haven't read about any issues with caps on Duo R's. I've got a Duo R upstairs in the loft. However, I have bought a kit for it. In fact, I bought replacement kits for all of my PC Engine consoles, which are quite a few. I haven't done anything other than the Super CD-ROM 2, which I've recapped and sorted that one out, but I can't bear to do the rest of them. But I've got all the kits for those. So. have I ever just played a shooter to the end to see the ending, or do you just do a single credit every time? That's an interesting question, actually. I think the only shooter that I can remember that, in fact, whilst I'm waffling, let's change this game over and let's put on another game. Yeah, the screen's gone green, so I switched the PC Engine off. Now, I bet this card won't run. Oh, it did. It worked first time. I thought I might have to clean the contacts on it, but no, it worked. Dragon Spirit. Yeah, sorry, where were we? Yeah, shooter. I think the only shooter. Let's turn that volume down a sec. I think the only shooter that I've ever played all the way through until the end is Gradius on the Gradius 3, Super Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo. I think it's the only one I've ever played all the way through to the end, and I don't know why, but I put a lot of time and effort into that. I think because it was one of the first games that came out on the Super Nintendo when I got it on Jap release, and I just absolutely, me and my mates just absolutely nailed the arse out of that, and I actually got all the way to the end on that game. I don't know why I'm saying that, like that's a major achievement, but yeah. Oh, did you ever get into any FM Town stuff? No, I didn't. I don't know why. It's only really a console that has been on my radar in the sort of the last iteration I've gone through with retro gaming. So since 2009, 2010, and I never really had a desire because it wasn't something that I had or was aware of when I was a kid. So because I had no, I suppose, emotional attachment to it, I've never felt the need to go and buy one. And they go for quite a lot of cash, don't they? But it's yeah, I've never bothered too much really about FM Town stuff. Hey Charlie Chalk, how you doing? Yeah, yeah, Encore. I can feel your pain with that. I don't know why, but I hate doing circuit board work. Well, no, I don't. Do I hate it? I don't know. I find it a real. It just stresses me out quite a bit. Unless I can do it quickly, and you can't really do that stuff when you've got to take your time. You end up knackering the board up and components and all sorts of things. But yeah, I must admit, it's not my favourite pastime of doing cat replacements, because it does take a long time and it's quite fiddly and yeah, the end result's great. When you get something working, it's really good. Or you preserve it for another sort of 10, 15 years, that's great. Yeah, because once it's done, theoretically. But yeah, it's not something that I enjoy doing, I must admit. Yes, I do own quite a few PCBs, and the caps can be a problem on those. I've gone through nearly all mine and done full replacements on them, so you've got issues to do with a lot of the boards nowadays. It's not just the caps, unfortunately. Yeah, you get problems with the chips and all sorts of things. So it's PCBs are a bit of a minefield. They're expensive to buy. They're awkward to store. And they can be very temperamental, as can arcade machines as well. I really don't know what I'll do if one of my, well not if one of, well yeah, if any of my arcade cabs give up the ghost, if monitors go or whatever, or the chassis go for the monitors. And I know you can get repaired. I've got one now that needs repairing, not in a machine, but I had a spare one, and that needs repairing. I just can't be bothered to get it done, and they're so bulky. I'm almost waiting for an excuse to get them out of the house. So I think when one shuts down, it's going to end up in the tip. But they're just so big, and I just don't play them. I just don't play them. They're just big ornaments, you know. But anyway, that's another life story. Now they're easy to take apart, mate. Don't worry about that. Just use a big hammer. Just use a big hammer and a chisel. You get the chisel, yeah, you put it down the side of the plastic, yeah, where the two parts meet, and you just smash it on top with a hammer. It will come apart really easily then. Don't worry about that. So Charlie, you've been sub for years, but this is your first time commenting. And not only is it your first time commenting, but you're actually commenting on a live stream here. What's wrong with you? So why haven't you commented before then? Have you just tuned in just to see another YouTube idiot talking out of crap? Well, you come to the right place if you want to know that and you want to see that. What platform is this game? What this one that's playing? Everything I'm going to be doing this evening is on the PC Engine. So I've got PC Engine Core Graphics 2, and this is Dragon Slayer. Forgot to. I actually needed to. I'm a real noob at this streaming stuff because I'm using this Streamlabs OBS, and there must be a way that you can say what the stream title is going to be. I would assume before it as it goes up on YouTube, but I need to do a bit more research on this, don't I? Because obviously I'd put on the title of the live feed that it was PC Engine or whatever, but yeah, it's PC Engine. Yes, I've got some Cave PCBs. Yes. And I was thinking about those the other day that I need to do some more video stuff on Cave. And the majority of my Cave collection, to be fair, is on the Xbox 360. I've got every single release on the Xbox 360, every single shooter release on the Xbox 360. Games like Mushihime Sama, I mean that is I think possibly my most favourite game. I think favourite shooter. It's just absolutely gorgeous and just plays really well, and I know I've done a video on that, or a couple of videos on that before, but I want to do another video, but it's like you're just repeating the same old stuff, aren't you? But I do really enjoy that game, and playing that on the cab is just stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So yeah, I need to get back into that, I think. Tip: put it on UK VAC, mate. Put what on UK VAC? A cab before I sell it, or a cab before I bin it? You mean? Yeah, I'm a bit of a tool, mate. I'm going to be honest, because a lot of stuff I'll just junk it. I don't tend to sell things. I'll just junk it. I have done that already with an arcade cabinet. Not once since I've been, well, no, two arcade cabinets. Not ones that you've seen on this channel. Since I've had this channel up, but prior to that, yeah, I have literally junked them. I broke them up, put them back in the car, took them down the tip. So, but that's the way I roll, unfortunately. So yeah, there still must be CRT repairers about who used to work on TVs locally. Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I mean, look. To be fair, the if a tube goes, the tube's gone. It's shot. There's no point. You know, you can't get them repaired. I've got a spare tube in the garage for the arcade machine, so I have got a tube if I need it. And actually, one of the other tubes in the vert cabinet, that was a brand new tube. So that's probably six years old now, 6-7 years old, but it's had like virtually no use, so that should last me. Chassis, yeah, you can get repaired, but again, it's. I do honestly think I'm looking for an excuse here to get shot of them. I really do. It's like I said, it takes over one of the bedrooms in the house, you know, and I just don't play them, you know. It seemed a great idea at the time when I started collecting or getting the cabs. I think in 2009, and I did buy the 3 cabs that I've got still now quite quickly. I think I was on about 1 a year. I think when I was getting them, I think it was about 1 a year. It might have been, excuse me, it might have been 2 1 year, but yeah. So. What was the cab? I had Kung Fu Master. I bought Kung Fu Master. I mean, we're going back a few years now, but yeah, it was in an old woody cabinet, and it was it was the original Kung Fu Master cabinet. I can't believe I've done this. Yeah, smash that up. I didn't smash it up like, you know, in a fit of rage. I smashed it up to get into me car so I could take it down the tip. Because I was moving house at the time and I just couldn't be bothered to move it. So yeah, that went down the tip. And I can't remember what the other one was. It was a candy cab. I know, which is even worse, isn't it? Because they're worth a lot of cash now. I can't remember what candy cab it was, but yeah, candy cab. Smashed that up and all, and took that down the tip. Yeah, it must be a ball ache when you move house and that's it. I'll tell you what. Okay. It was bad enough getting them up the stairs, and that's the thing about it. I just can't. I can't even envisage me actually getting them down the stairs. My stairs are pretty tight, and these cabs are big. I mean, yeah, you break them. You know, you have to break them down. You know, to get them up and down stairs, because I've got like a sort of it's like a spiral staircase. That makes it sound like I've got a massive house or a mansion. So I don't. No, it's not a spiral. That's nah. I'm being a dickhead then when I'm saying it's spiral. It's a double dog leg. With no sort of landing halfway down, so it's a real awkward stairs, and these monitors, I mean, they're heavy. I mean 29-inch monitors, they're heavy, and it's the bases of the cabinets as well. I think the heaviest one was the was a Sega Naomi. Not Sega Naomi, Limburg. The base on that is massive, so bloody heavy. So I'm not looking forward to lugging them down the stairs. I'm just not. So I've been thought, well, if I open the window wide enough in the bedroom, can I just throw them out? And I can't throw a cab out the window, but I could throw parts of it out the window. But no, the window's not big enough. So. What am I going to make you cry for? I am quite. There was a video that I put up on YouTube where before I started collecting consoles again, I threw away, because this isn't the first time I've gone through the console collecting thing. I did it quite a few years before I started doing it again, before I started building the collection back up. And to be fair, I've put that much cash into it now. I'd be an idiot to, you know, to throw stuff in the skip, which is basically what I did the first time. I got to a point where I wasn't playing them, and I just thought, oh, sod this. I just threw them, and you know, PC Engines, PlayStations, Jaguars went out the window. And the only Mega Drive that went, games went. I mean, they, you know, I don't know what come over me, madness, I think. But I sort of went for the phase. I thought I'm never going to be doing this crap again. I mean, I've gone, you know, I've actually grown up now, so I'm not going to be doing retro gaming. And yeah, I got shot of it. And when I say I got shot of it, I don't mean I sold it. I literally took it down the tip and just hoofed it in the skips. And the only consoles I kept at the time was my Super Nintendo, and that's my original Super Nintendo. One I've got a couple of them now, but one of them was original Super Nintendo that I've still got, and my Neo Geo. They were the only two consoles that I didn't bin. You know, there was a couple of PC Engines I threw out. I mean, that's just, it makes me, it does make me cry. I've got a bit, well, it doesn't make me cry, but it does make me think how much of an idiot I was. But, and I've spent that much cash getting stuff together again now. It's just, it's not about the cash, but it's, I would be a tool if I just hoof stuff in the skip when I get through this retro scene again. But to be fair, it's I've built quite a collection now, and it's part of me. So I don't think I'll ever sling it. Just boot them down the stairs. What down the stairs? What boot the consoles down the stairs, or boot the arcade machines down the stairs? I don't think I'll be able to boot the arcade machines down the stairs. I mean, I could try, but I might break my feet several times. You're joking. You boot it. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Right, you come around my house, yeah, and you show me how it's done, all right, and then I'll laugh, and then take you down to the hospital, yeah? Riddler, I always want to ask, what's that tune on the intro vids? It was something that I grabbed off some, it's quick butchers on the old hard drivo. It's something I've downloaded. It's a royalty free tune. Can't think, mate. I can't. Why can't I find it now? Video. Music. Is it that one? No, that ain't it, is it? That's a different one. What's this one? No, not that one. It's not that one, but I really like that one. Oh, is it this one? It's definitely not that one. I don't think. I can't. Which one is one? No, I like that one as well, but it's not that. It's got to be this one. No, it's not that one. Oh, there's only one left. No, it's not that one either, is it? I don't know. Oh, unless it's that one. Is it right? There's one more. No, it's not that one either, is it? I don't know, mate. I don't know what song it is. I've obviously had it and I haven't kept the original of it. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I can't believe the cost of the old retro stuff. I mean, you know, it sort of blows your mind a bit. I try not to keep an eye on prices. Well, I don't keep an eye on prices, but I try not to look at prices. So if I'm playing some games one night, which doesn't happen very often, I'm going to be honest, retro stuff. But if I've got some stuff out, like I don't know, like I'm on PC Engine now, or actually when I was repairing the Super CD-ROM, and I just had to hand. Where is it? I can't remember what CD game it was. Lords of Thunder. Might have been Lords of Thunder. And I don't know why, but I just thought I'll just go on eBay just quickly and just see what, you know, what's this worth. And it's like over 100 quid or something, and it's like, and that's like one game. I never paid anywhere near that. I mean, like nowhere near that when I bought that. Okay, it was a few years ago. I think I paid something like 15 quid for it. If that, it might have been a tenner. So when I do actually start playing retro games, at times I do tend to think, see, I've got, weirdly enough, I mean, this is only a small selection of games, but I've got, let's have a, right, okay, let's have a bit of a competition here. Well, it's probably worth absolutely jack shit, this is, but, you know, because it's got to be a real common game. Have I got anything? That's going to be really common. That's going to be really common, isn't it? But I haven't got it. Right, okay, so, right, here's a bit of a game here, guys. Right, I've got, and I know obviously the stream's slightly behind what I'm saying live, so it will take a few minutes for this to come through, I suspect, onto the stream. But I have here a copy of Vigilante. It's an IRUM game for the PC Engine, and it has got, and this brings back memories, it's got a price, it's got a sticker on the game, and it was bought from Raven Games in London. Now, if you're around my age, which probably isn't many of you actually, but Raven Games in London used to be like one of the if not the place to go in London for retro game stuff. And I think they were Raven, one of the distributors for PC Engine consoles. Can't remember now, but they were, I mean, they were the daddy. Yeah, I'm talking about when I was young. I mean, I was young, and I used to go down to London to Raven Games to see what the latest imports were that they got. And anyway, I am diverging here, but I've got Vigilante here, and it's got a price tag on it from Raven Games of £10. Now, it could be that actually this game is worth no more than about, it's probably worth less actually, my luck, but I don't think they're worth that much anyway. But let's have a quick look on eBay. So don't you guys have a look on eBay, but just tell me what you think it's worth. Yeah, Raven Games used to mod them, didn't they? They used to do quite a few mods on PC Engine stuff. I used to love going down to Raven Games. That was like a real that was a real, you know, before all these retro blinking shows, and you know, that was the 15 quid. Fucking hell, it ain't got on much, has it? I've picked a bad game here. That's probably why it's priced up, because it's so common. It's going to be 15 quid, isn't it? I bet it is. Right, let's have a butcher's. I've got a feeling it's going to be 20 quid plus. It's got to be, you know, can't even spell vigilante. And I bet you guys have looked into it on YouTube, on eBay. Well, the lowest. How do you find stuff that's sold listed? Oh, shit. Yeah, it was shit. They're going for like 10, 15 quid. They look to be going for about. Well, the cheapest was 10 quid that went, plus £2 postage. Yeah, that's a dog shit game, isn't it? What about Dragon Slayer? Because that's a shoot 'em up. That's one I want at the moment. I haven't got a clue how much that cost me. I don't know how much any of this stuff cost me, to be honest. So Dragon Slayer, what we're playing at the moment, how much do you reckon that's worth? I hope it's more than fucking tenner. Yeah. Sold. Dragon Slayer. Is it 100 quid? Oh, CD-ROM. No, it's not Dragon Slayer. I can't even read my own flaming games here, guys. It's not Dragon Slayer. Dragon Spirit. What a plank. Dragon. What? 5 quid? Oh, 5 quid it says here, one sold for. £5 plus £2 postage. Jesus. I've obviously got the real shit games here. That can't be right, can it? That's madness, isn't it? So, you know, so there are obviously games that are still, now I reckon, like I said, these certainly aren't all my games. They're just ones I got thrown in the bottom of the, I reckon, because this shot up in price, I think, when I was, right, I'm not going to look yet. I am going to tell you guys, and then we're going to get to actually playing a little bit of game in here. Right, Devil Crash Pinball. That's got to be worth some good money in it. And you guys played that. Absolutely awesome game. That's probably worth about 4 quid. 40 quid. 40, 50, 40, 50, 60. Obviously depends on 78. Okay, so that looks to go for between 40 and say 70, but yeah. Devil Crash Pinball. Love that game. Anyway, enough of this crap. This is obviously the weak element of my collection. Right. Namcot. What was the T for originally? Don't know. They're different companies, aren't they? Aren't Namco and Namco different companies? Namcart. Oh no, no. I do. Somebody, I just saw something there that said about Namcot. Yeah, Namco. Right, Namco published video games for home consoles and the personal computer under the Namcot brand name. That was during a certain period of time, so Christ knows what the T was for. Don't say it. See, that was actually the question you asked, was it? What's the T stand for? Not whether or not they're the same companies. I don't know nothing. I know nothing. Right. Do we want to what? Right. Todger. Yeah, it could be Todger. You're right. I mean, I could put that on, but that's like, you know, I mean, that's a bit of a classic. And I'm not like, yeah, but you can't beat that, can you? You can't whack it. Shall I try that? I don't know what game to put on, guys, because this is a bit gash, isn't it? Well, it's only worth £5, so it can't be that good. Crap. Anyone want Dragon Spirit? The moment I do that, they'll go up to about £150. Okay, what game? I don't really want to put that on. Don't really want to put. Okay, let's put this on. Right, I'm pretty sure that I am going to get to the point where one of these cartridges won't work, so I'm going to have to clean it up. Like that one. That one hasn't worked. So I have to pull out. Tip for you here, guys: if you get problems with cartridges not working, as in PC Engine cartridges or anything with like a solid edge connected to them, get a rubber. Try and get an ink eraser and rub it over the gold contacts, and it brings them up as good as new. Right, so I've just tried that and it hasn't worked, so we're going to plug it back in there and that should fire up. Look at that, beautiful. Let's have a bit of Konami or Konami. How do you pronounce that then? What have I always said? Konami, I think. Right, Salamander. Sorry, but now I've gotten to this looking at shit. I'm just Salamander. How much is this worth? Tell you what, they don't go for that much, don't they, these games? It's like 25, well, about 30 quid. They're going for about 30 or just over 30 quid, 35. Not a lot of money, is it really, for a good old classic game? Again, I wouldn't have paid anywhere near this for them. I think I was paying like a £5 a piece or a £10 a piece for these things when I was picking them up. Right. Classic bloody hard though. Classic bloody hard though. What's classic bloody hard? Right, let's give this a bash. Ooh, this will bring back memories. This was missing the speech, wasn't it, I think? I think of the Gradius? Ooh. Probably needs a joystick to be fair. I know some people hate these games. The Gradius. Not the Gradius. I can't grab that, can I? Salamander. I just don't think you can beat these games for shoot 'em ups. To me, they hold quite a place in my heart, to be honest. This could take some severe concentration levels. Oh, what a muppet. Oh, it's this joypad, seriously guys, it's not me shit. I mean, I am shit, but I can't blame this on anything to do with lag or anything, because I'm playing original hardware on a CRTV, so what a muppet. Yeah, that's the joypad. Well, I'm going to have to pull out the old joss stick. Oh, I missed that. It just feels really really oversensitive, this pad does. Crap it feels. Weakness, that's what it is. Shootable weakness. I'm going to get absolutely hung out to dry on this, and I've got no, I've got nothing basically. I've got a bloody spud gun. That's the old brain, innit? Oh, this joypad's absolutely monk. Come on. Choke him in the cod eye, don't I? Come on, you. Go for that. That's a surprise. It's alright guys, we've only got one life left. Getting questions or comments stored up. Never mind. What? How many goes am I getting? I wonder what the cheat is for this on the PC Engine. Try and get all your weapons from the start when you get annihilated like that. Because the Super Nintendo's got the old Konami cheat. No. I wonder if there's a Konami cheat for this game. To be fair, it's probably the only reason why I could beat Gradius on the Super Nintendo is because I had to use a cheat. Ah, choker. Right. I need another drink, I do. I'm gonna have to get a refresh. Right. Okay, let's get back to the old live chatos. Right, so when you say this is a classic and I'm shit at it, do you mean that Salamander is a classic and you're shit at it? Because don't worry, because I'm shit as well, so at least there's two of us in the whole of the world, at least, that are really shit at this game. Yeah, I thought the speech in the arcade version was alright, to be honest, but I'll have to... it's got to be better having no speech though in it, surely. But I do understand that there was some arcade machines that had speech on them that you did think at the time, you know what, you actually shouldn't have bothered actually putting speech on a game because it sounds absolutely terrible. The speech on Gunhead I thought was a bit gash, to be honest, and they should have left that off on the PC Engine. The game's brilliant, but the speech was just, it wasn't very good at all. I don't think they even they didn't, did they? They didn't remake that game for the Super CD-ROM or for the CD-ROM system. They should have done, and they could have put proper speech on that, and that would have been mint. Remixed the music, but no, never did that, did they? Don't know why. Weird. Right, is there anything retro related that I'd still buy? Any grails or anything? Good question. Right, if I'm being honest, if there was something that I either wanted, I would have had it by now. Definitely. There's nothing else that I want. There is nothing else that I want. I'm not a greedy person. No, I've got so much stuff. It would take me the rest of my life, I think, to master all the games that I've got. Well, and some. Christ, I've probably only got about 5 years left in me at my age. So, but yeah, is there anything else that I'd want? I can't think that there is. There might be some things that I'd buy for novelty, you know, just to get one or get it, but I can't. But I sort of, I think the last Grail item that I got was probably the PC Engine LT, if I'm being honest. And I was such an idiot, then I went out and bought 2 of them. Thankfully I did, because one of them needs caps replacing, but yeah, it's probably the LT. But game-wise, no. Not really. I do keep thinking about getting the because I've got a lot of stuff on MVS. Well, a lot of my Neo Geo collection is on MVS. I did think about, I mean, this isn't a grail thing as such, but I suppose for retro gaming, anything retro gaming related, was to get one of those Terra Onion Neo SD sort of EverDrive type devices. But I thought, what's the point? I'm never going to play it. I can't remember the last time I played my Neo Geo. You know, properly. and if I've got the games already on MVS, why the hell do I need them on AES? I mean, that's just been a total dick. You know, to me it is. And I've stopped doing that now. I used to buy a lot of stuff just for the sake of buying it. And if I'm being totally honest, I used to buy stuff just to do YouTube videos on it. And how stupid is that? The PC Engine collection that I've got, in respect to consoles, hardware, a lot of that was bought out of, I suppose, because I wanted it, but it was out of it wasn't out of need, it was out of greed. It really was. And some of the stuff I just bought for, oh, that'd be good for a video, I'll go and buy that. But you're spending like a lot of cash on stuff just to do a video. You've got to admit to yourself that you're not totally all there, haven't you? Really, it's a bit embarrassing. But like, I am sort of digressing here. But the let's think about PC Engine. So I've got a PC Engine GT. I've got two LTs. I've got Core Graphics, original one, and I bought that brand new only a few years back. I say a few years, well, yeah, in this latest round of retro gaming. Bought that brand new, that cost me an arm and a leg. Brand new I bought that. I think it cost me an arm and a leg, but anyway, it was brand new. I've got Core Graphics 2. I've got the original PC Engine. I've got Turbo, no, not Turbo Express, that's handheld. I've got the TurboGrafx 16. I've got a TurboGrafx 16 CD add-on. I've got the Super CD-ROM 2 CD add-on. I've also got a Duo R. I mean, how many PC Engine consoles do you need in your life? I've nearly got the full collection. You know, what I haven't got is a shuttle. Oh, sorry, how could I forget? I've got a Super Graphics as well. I've got a Super Graphics as well. I mean, what a turkey. I mean, that's like however many PC Engine consoles that is way too many, you know. And all I've got in the house at the moment, I say in the house, I mean that I can easily get my hands on, is the Core Graphics 2 and the Super Graphics and the Super CD-ROM 2. Everything else is up in the loft. It's just, you know, and they'll never get used. It's just, you know, I have been a bit of a tool with stuff. I just, you know, but I've drastically curbed that back now. But actually, I think I've curbed it back because I've got everything. There's nothing else I want, so I got to that point where I just don't, you know, I don't want anything. I don't need anything else. So it's yeah. I got bit quite hard, I think, with the old retro thing. Well, that was the thing to do with the SD hoof for the you know, for the MVS or for the Neo Geo. I was thinking that and it's. I was thinking I'm going to spend all this cash on something. I mean, I've done that so many times before anyway, so that's not an issue. I'll never use that as a bit of decent reasoning not to do something, but I suppose I am now. I'm thinking, look, you know, this is just getting crazy because I'm just literally hoofing cash like down the drain, you know. And I've got other expensive hobbies like cars that I end up modifying and spending, you know, like a second mortgage on thinking souping up and everything. So it's not just retro gaming, and I've got current gaming that I spend cash on, and excuse me, yeah, it's a never ending thing. But anyway, yeah, it's. I did think about the cash side of it, not because I couldn't do it, but because of, like, I'm just getting. Well, how much are they? They're something like 400 quid or something like that, at 450. But then I thought the other day, I thought, you know, just to buy something to get another new gadget, I thought, I could probably justify myself getting one of the SD add-ons for the PC Engine, you know, because that'll save me CD drives. You know, but then I thought, well, I've just recapped that one, so I should be able to get some. But then think, yeah, but I haven't got to worry about that. Yeah, I can put all my CDs onto one memory card, and you know, but that's like 250, 260 quid, and I just don't need it. I've got perfectly good a CD system. In fact, I've got 3 of them. I've got 3 different CD systems I can use. So even if one goes, I've got 2 left, and you just think. But yeah, I might actually buy that. Actually, I might actually buy it just for a gadget, because it's, you know, you've got to buy some retro gadget love, haven't you? And you know, let's be honest, it'll give me the reason to do another video, won't it? So. Right, what car have I got now? Right, so I had the Mercedes A45. Got shot of that in where were we at? 2018. Got shot of that in 2016. Yeah, so 2 years ago. And then went out and bought a brand new RS3, Mark II RS3 Audi, just before they stopped making them, prior to them recently releasing the newer version of it. Yeah, went out and bought that. I got to a point with the A45 where I couldn't mod it no more. I was getting I wasn't getting problems, but there was problems taking it over the power that I took it up to. Any more than that was going to cause some reliability issues with the gearbox, and I just thought, you know what, I did like the A45. It's a bit of a chav car, to be honest, but I did like it. RS3 is a lot more grown up. The engine is absolutely awesome. It's a savage engine. 2.5 litre, 5-cylinder. Sounds absolutely amazing. I mean, just unbelievable. You know, especially when you start playing with the exhaust system on it. Absolutely mega. So, but unfortunately, that's been at the tuners for like over 12 months now. Don't ask why, but I'll start crying. But that's in the tuners at the moment. I'm hoping to get it back. I'm hoping to get it back later this month, with quite a few modifications done. It was already kicking out 450 horsepower when it went in. It's going to be a lot more than that when it comes out. A lot more. So yeah, they were. I think it was something like 367 stock or something. I took it up to 450, and I've spent a lot of cash on this, a lot of cash. So, but yeah, it's. I'm really looking forward to getting it back, because I've been without it I haven't had it for. It went off the tuners in May last year. Oh yeah, you heard that right, last year. But there's been all sorts of issues. It's not the tuner's fault. There was all sorts of other issues waiting for parts, and anyway. Like I said, I'll end up getting stressed and a bit anxious, so I'll stop that conversation there. But yeah, so I haven't. I don't have the RS3 tuner has my RS3, but I've got an RS3 now, so. Yeah, 450 horsepower in a hatchback isn't anything to be sniffed at, you know, especially one with four-wheel drive. So, yeah, when I get this RS3 back, it'll have considerably more than 450 horsepower. So I'm going to take that down the drag strip and give it a good nailing. Right. Well, I don't have to check the mileage, and I'll tell you the reason why I don't have to check the mileage, because there's no engine in the car at the moment. So they won't be driving it anywhere. I'm having substantial work done to the car. The engine was pulled out of it December last year, and I've been waiting for parts. It's been an absolute nightmare, but I've been waiting for engine parts from December, or was it late November, December, until about a month and a half ago, and nearly all the parts turned up, and it had to be scheduled to go into the workshop then to actually get the engine built, and that's took well over a month because they're that busy. So, but yeah, I don't have to check the mileage. Yeah, record for what, mate? What, record for power, or record for... Yeah, record for what? Or record for taking the most amount of time to sort a car out? Don't kick me whilst I'm down. That's terrible. You're supposed to be supporting me, not berating me. Right. Right, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm in desperate need of a... I won't say a fag, because that could mean all sorts of other things, especially if you're not from the UK. I could murder a cigarette. Let's put that on. I'm gonna have to go for a quick comfort break, guys. Right, let's try. Right, guys, what do you think Gradius is worth? Let's guess the price of Gradius. You haven't seen it for 22 years. No, I haven't seen it for just over 12 months, not 22 years. There's no point getting stressed about it, mate. There's other things in life to get stressed about than a piece of metal. It is what it is, isn't it? So, 20 quid? You're joking, it? Yeah? Is that all it's worth? 12 months, 20. Yeah, you're right. It's just a number, isn't it? Gradius PC engine sold. Oh, Yeah, 30 quid plus. Right, let's see if what those pins look like. Oh, they're not too bad actually. This might work. Yeah. Yeah, just don't wrap it around a tree when you get it back, alright? Nah, mate. Mate, I'm a seasoned driver, mate. I'm fucking professional. I don't do things like that. I've got no accidents, claims or convictions. It's because I ain't got a car to drive, that's why. You've been on 4G all this time, you just switched to Wi-Fi. Jesus Christ. Oh, look, I'll tell you what, if someone else fucking mentions this flaming lotion one more time, the amount of, wow, okay, it hasn't been, I'll say that like I've got 1 billion subscribers and everyone mentions it, but God, the amount of people that mention about that stuff. But you know what, I'll just leave it there now. I can't, oh, do I? No, actually, in the later rounds of videos, I've actually tended to move out of camera shot because I'm sick to death of people turning around saying, "Oh, what's that lotion for? All the toilet roll as well. Oh, what are you doing?" I mean, it's been an ongoing joke for like since I've joined YouTube. God. Oh God, you gotta laugh, ain't you? I want to take the piss out myself, mightn't I? Save you lot doing it, guys. I've got to go for a lag and a fag. So what I'm going to do is, I won't be long. I think I'll be about 5 minutes tops. So hold on there. I'll be back in a tick. I'll keep this playing. Oh, come on, guys. I was expecting a load of abuse then on the comments. But there's absolutely nothing. You've let me down. You've really let me down. Right. Let's get the mic back on. Right, we're hooked back into the matrix. So, now I can't turn up the volume too much because it is quite late now. It's sort of 10 o'clock. So you have to listen to my. You have to watch me play an absolute crack game of Gradius and listen to my my boring voice, unfortunately. Whatever happened to that Raspberry Pi project you were working on? Yeah, yeah, that sort of consumed me for many months, and I've finished it. I've yeah. It's I've got it. It's in that Nintendo case, that NES case, and it's running an image that I've created. It's on a oh god, I'm knackered. It's running a 256 gig memory card, and it's got every single game that you could ever think of for those retro systems I put on it. I think I had something like 43 systems on it in the end, and that was really just it was a bit of a thing I just wanted to do for myself, really, more than anything. You know, needless to say, I've never played. I've never really played it. In fact, the only game I think I've played on that, and I played it downstairs on the TV downstairs, was Super Mario, Super Nintendo. And I started to get back into that game again, but quite quickly got bored of it for some reason. Don't know why. But the yeah, the unit is actually in my drawer here. I'm just locating it now, and I've got it here. Brilliant device, to be honest, the Raspberry Pi. If you're not, got to be careful here when I say this, but if you're not a true gamer, and that sounds a bit elitist, I like original hardware. I like original games. I'm not really into emulation, if I'm being honest. It's not the same to me. You know, because it's not perfect. I did think about getting another attachment for it. There's something that Arcade Forge do, and another company or another couple of companies do their own sort of versions of this. But there is another circuit board that you can attach to the Pi that will enable you to output to a CRT and at their proper resolution. You know, in 240p mode. But and I was going to buy one of those, but I thought, oh, what's the point? I'm never really going to play it. But yeah, that was really the only other thing I wanted to do. But yeah, never got round to it. I mean, to be honest, I do game quite a lot. I game every week, but it's all current gen stuff now. That's what I'm into, and I play that on the driving rig that you've probably seen on videos next door in the arcade room. So I've got all my consoles in there. Bought a Switch not long ago. I bought that last year, along with getting the Xbox One X towards the end of last year, but I use that quite a lot. And the One X, I've got a PlayStation 4 as well. But a lot of my gaming nowadays is on the PC. I'd rather buy PC games because they are predominantly better in respect to the way they look than the console versions. And I've got a pretty powerful PC. Well, I've got a pretty powerful PC here actually in the office. It's an 8-core Intel system with a slight 1080 GTX graphics card set up in the room next door, which is my gaming PC. That's actually only an i5, it doesn't need any more than that, but that's got a 1080 in there, but that's all hooked up to a 4K screen, HDR and all that lot, so I use that for the majority of my gaming now, current gen gaming. And like I said, that's now split between the Xbox One X, PlayStation 4 occasionally, and the PC. And downstairs I've got my Switch, but I don't really play that much at all, really. Bought Mario Odyssey on that, but I don't really get the time. I'll probably put an hour into gaming. I'll tell you one game that I did buy recently that I absolutely nailed it. To complete the game with God of War on the PlayStation 4. Never been into God of War before on the PlayStation platform. It's the first God of War game that I've actually played all the way through, even though I've got them on the PS2, PS3, and the PlayStation Portable, but never really got into the games. But it was the first one that I'd really got into. Absolutely brilliant game. So chuffed with that game on the PlayStation 4, and that is the first game I think I've ever bought, completed, and then actually took it back and traded it in the CX to get some cash for it. First time I've ever done that, because I normally just keep the games. Well, not normally. I always keep the games. I never trade them in. Once I've completed it, I'll just keep them. First time I've ever done that. But yeah, so perhaps I'm getting a bit older now. It's obviously it's my fault that you've got 3 PVMs under the stairs. I don't think I can blame anybody at all for the amount of flaming CRTs I've got. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. Absolutely mental it is. Right, so, and I think I've said this before in a previous video. So, right, in the house at the moment, I've got the BVM here in the office. I've got a Dell PC monitor. It's not 20 inch, 17 inch in the office. I have the arcade cabs next door with CRTs in. I've got 2 LCDs next door. Yeah, I've got the 4K one, and I've got the one that's on the Lindbergh cab. I've got my monitor in here for PC, which is a 30 inch monitor. I have in the gaming room next door, I have a B&O, MX 4000 series. I've got another B&O. Yeah, I've got another B&O MX 4000 series downstairs, underneath the stairs. In the garage, I have a PVM. I've got 2 Sony CRT consumer TVs. I've got another PC monitor, a 20. It's either a 21 inch one or it's 25 inch. That's a Sony, a professional PC monitor, high resolution. And I've got a spare arcade monitor CRT tube, 29-inch in the garage. Is that it? I think that's it. So yeah, I mean, all my retro gaming now is on the BVM. That has to be, without doubt, I think one of the best. I've had a few real good purchases over the years, but that's one of the best purchases I've made. Not only because of the monitor, all the CRT tube, because it's a real good set. I mean, it's got all the adjustments on there you'd ever need. The picture's absolutely stunning. It is older than God's dog, and it's still going. Can't believe how well it's lasted. And I picked that up. I had to drive into the middle of Wales, which for me is probably about a good 2 to 2.5 hours to the middle of Wales, mid Wales it was, and it cost me, I think it was £45 or £50. And the guy that was selling it was he did a lot of editing, and he'd actually moved to some form of LCD or something like that, professional LCD screen. He just didn't need it anymore. And I told him what I was going to be using it for, and he said, oh, right, okay, I never thought of that. He said, never thought about them being used for that kind of thing. But even when I bought that for 45, 50 quid, it was bloody cheap then. I mean, it was, you know, back then BVMs were going for hundreds, you know, 200 to 300 quid. I don't know what they'd be worth now. I don't know what this set would be worth now. But yeah, it'll be a sad day if I have to get rid of that. But yeah, it's still going fine, and the picture's absolutely stunning. I love that. Absolutely love it. So output to VGA. Output to VGA. What on the right? So when you say output to VGA, you're talking about the Pi output into VGA. No, what I'm referring to is actually outputting to outputting a 240p image to a CRT or a 15 kilohertz display. You can already output them to VGA now if you just use a HDMI to VGA transcoder, which are pretty cheap to get, so that's not an issue to do that now. No, I'm referring to outputting it to a 240p image on the Pi. What's the device? It is it Pi to SCART, I think it's called. If you go onto the Arcade Forge website on their shop, I'm sure it's called Pi to SCART. And like I said, I was going to buy one, but I just thought I can't be asked to go down that road. Oh yeah, I've seen MetroArt advertise the real-time res and refresh switch on the fly. Yeah, there's some special. It's not a different front end. It's using a. You have to set up all the resolutions for each game, and there's setups that you can download to do that. You know, a lot of people have already done the hard work on that, so you just got to get the hardware basically and get the images, get the ROMs, job done. Apparently. Has anybody found Danks yet? No, he totally disappeared off the scene, didn't he? Totally disappeared off the scene. I mean, many of you know that I'm pretty good friends with Future Matt, and he was a good friend of Danks. You know, went over to see him a few times in America. But no, he literally just disappeared. I think his YouTube channel's still up. But he just stopped posting. I haven't got a clue what happened to him. I haven't got a clue what happened to him. What do I do for a living? Stockbroker. No, I don't do. No, I'm not. No, I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a stockbroker. I mean, I'm. Most people say this, don't they? Yeah, I'm in IT. No, I'm in IT. I do. I'm an IT program manager, so I manage. All my skill sets to manage highly complex implementations of systems and IT projects into businesses. So yeah, that's my trade. True, absolutely. We can blame Future Matt, actually, can't we, for the MX4000? Yeah, because he was the guy that bought one of those first, wasn't he? And and I only bought one out of morbid curiosity, because he said, "Oh, these sets are really good, Sean. You've got to get one of these." And I was like, "Yeah, look, it ain't going to be as good as Sony. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you, Sony are going to piss all over these MXs." And the first one I bought, I couldn't get into the. Was that right? First one I bought, could I get into the service menu? Can't remember now. Oh no, I did manage to get to the service. No, that was it. That. Oh God, now it's all coming back to me now. Because I broke one of the MX TVs, didn't I? It must be on one of the videos I've done. I necked the tube on it. I necked it when I was doing some mod work, when I had the back off the. Yeah, I bought an MX at 4000, and yeah, and lo and behold, it wasn't as good as the Sony set that I had at the time. Personally, for me, I think that the Sony consumer sets are one of, if not the best sets you can buy for RGB retro stuff. Again, that's my opinion, and some people will have a different opinion on that. But I bought an MX4. I bought an MX4 4000, and I had the back off it, and I was doing something on the video. I don't know what I was doing. I think it fell off the. No, did I? I necked the tube on it. I'm pretty sure I had it on a chair or something, or I was just about to do a video, and I had it on a chair, and it fell off the chair, and it necked the tube. I couldn't believe it. I thought, I was fuming. I'd only just bought this set as well. I don't think it cost me a massive amount of cash, but yeah, I necked it. So. I did neck it, because I remember pulling the chassis out of it. I've got a spare chassis downstairs in the garage, and I pulled the chassis out of it, and then scrapped the rest of the TV because it was junk. And then went out and bought another one, and that was an old software revision, so I couldn't get into the service menu. But then I found a way of doing that by bridging and fitting a switch. And again, I've done that on a previous video, so I could then get into the service menu. And no remote for it, but then managed to find a copy remote for it. And then when I bought another one, then with the proper remote. But yeah, so yeah, Future Mac cost me the purchase of 3 B&O TVs. Still got 2 of them now. One of them went down the graveyard, unfortunately. Yeah, God, those were the days. Yeah, I must admit the MXX, the MSX. What am I saying MSX for? Something to do with work days. The MX TVs are extremely stylish. I mean, they are very stylish, and like you say, they're very compact design, really, because they moulded the external casing around the physical size of the or shape of the tube. In effect, they look a lot better, and they're really well put together inside. Actually, you know, they broke the actual chassis is broken up into, I think there's 3 boards. Can't remember now. I think there's 3 boards or something on it. It's broken into 3 boards to make it smaller and more compact. But yeah, I mean, they are good sets without a shadow of a doubt. You know, I do like the sets. Yeah, 21-inch silver flat screen Sony CRT TVs. That's one of the ones that I've got. And I presume you mean the full 3 aspect ratios. That's one of the ones that I've got. So that was using the FST tube. I've got an older. Perhaps I've got 3 Sony TVs in downstairs in the garage. I've got the darker black one, which is one that I basically had back in the sort of day. It's not the same one as I had back in the day, but it was the same model. And I also bought a silver one, and that's with the FST tube on it. Yeah, it's a real flat screen on those. Yeah, very nice sets. Yeah, real good tube. Nice, sharp picture on them. I haven't looked on eBay for years and years now for CRT TVs. I suspect they're starting to drop a bit now, aren't they? You know, they were quite readily available when I was buying stuff back in, I don't know, 2012, you know, 2011, 2012. But I suspect they've dried up a lot now, haven't they? Yeah, Matt doesn't spend much time on YouTube nowadays. He I think he still watches videos, you know, but he doesn't have the. I don't think he has the passion to put anything up nowadays. I think he's done all his collecting and he has his game collection, so he plays that, and again, it's just, I think you can get to a point where you think, well, I'm going to start repeating myself now. I've got nothing new to show, and you know, what's the point of doing videos on something that you guys have already seen or anything, and you know, so it's, I suppose, like anything to do with collecting. If you're not actually actively collecting, then actually what is there to, you know, potentially for a lot of people, what is there to do videos about? Yeah. Right, guys, it's come up for 2 hours. I'm absolutely knackered. So I'm going to leave this stream in here for now. Look, it's been absolutely great talking to you guys. It's hopefully it's been a bit of a laugh and a bit of a reminisce. I might actually do another one tomorrow night. I don't think doing it tonight was great, particularly with the football being on. But I might try and do another one tomorrow night, and we can carry on a bit of banter. And what the hell was that? Some boy racer outside. Yeah, we can have another bit of a chinwag, and you can see me play absolutely useless at games and take the mick out of me, and I'll just sit here and get pissed and laugh at you taking the mick out of me. Anyway, guys, hopefully you've had a bit of a laugh tonight, and I'll speak to you all again soon.